afternoon, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and Creations. I'm trying to pull my chair in without making too much noise. So we're back to the basics of junk journaling, and we're still working on the junk journal. So the last page we did was we used the side of a book page and put a little tuck spot there, and the paper we just folded over. This was the book page that we put the little book page heart on and decorated it with lace. I've had this out, so that goes over the music. So this is a bit of avocado dyed paper, and again it was too long, so we folded it in. It was folded over this way, but I've folded it in that way. I'm still not sure whether I'm going to use it as a pocket or a flap. But what we're going to do here is a policy pocket. And I have done a little bit of it, so I'm going to do another one. So policy pocket is a pocket there with a flap. That's just coffee dyed card that I've been painting on. I like to dabble in painting, so that's just some cherry blossoms that I've been doing, and I thought, well, I tried to add sort of like the purpley grey. This is part of the encyclopedia pages that I printed on. It's got the little bird, and it has like the pink and the peach, and that's why I thought it might go, and I quite like it. So what I did was I cut a card. We'll take the page out. It's easier to work with to start with all your. So all I did was I just made it a little bit longer. So that is 110, just over 110. So what I did was I made that just a little bit over 120, so that I could have a ½ centimetre fold. I decided, because it was one piece of paper, this, that's just card as well, and then I just decided where I wanted my pocket to start, and the other bit I used as a flap, so I trimmed that down to match this without the fold, and I turned a little bit over at the top. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I have got some here. It's got a wee fly on it, so go away fly. So this is where's my pencil? So it was 120, so that's it to there. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in. So 110. And we need it 120, which is 12 centimetres. So I've trimmed that. Now what I do need is I need ½ centimetre. Now one of the reasons I got this trimmer to bring away with me is because it has got the grooves in. For me to use as a scoreboard. And although I don't always use a scoreboard, I mean you don't have to. Let me show you how to do it without. So if you've got a longer ruler, you can actually, measure it sort of like your ½ centimetre at the top, and just run it can be the back of your scissors, a pen, that doesn't have any ink in it anymore, if you don't have like a ball tool or anything. And then all you do is you just run it along there like that. And and then fold that over. Oh, and just burnish it down. And the same with that side, just burnish it down. That's gone in a bit. And there we have it. So what I did next was I put that on my page and I decided where I wanted my pocket. So probably round about there, which is probably, it's a little bit lower, but it doesn't matter. Well, we'll make it the same. And then I just cut this in half. Well, cut it at the notch that I've made. Then this is the top. So I cut the flap off on this one. I'm still getting used to this guillotine. I'm used to a rotary blade. And what I do need is I need a 1/2 inch. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll do that 1/2 centimetre, sorry. So I'm just going to guess 1/2 centimetres round about that. And I'm just pressing that, and there you can see, and that just folds over. So I'm just folding it in like that. I'm going to cut my corners. If you don't have a corner around you, just use and just draw a little circle and trim around it. So that now it's had the flaps cut off, is the same width as the pocket. So this one gets stuck down here, and you glue that down there. And these, so you glue here, here and here, and stick that down there. And that just gives you it's, instead of it being a tight pocket, you've got these. So then what you do is you can either, if you use scrapbook paper that's patterned and that's the, that's the pattern that you want to use, that's fine. If not, you can decorate it like what I have with book page, whatever you like really. It's you can, I mean, if you like painting, you can do a bit of mixed media, you can do a colour wash over it and do some stamping on it, wallpaper, anything. You can even just collage it with sort of like bits of book page. So we'll stick this one in, and what I'll do is I'll decorate that other one. And then I'm putting that down here. Make sure your pocket's tucked in. And I'm keeping it a little bit away from there and a little bit away from the edge. And this here. And this is that glitter glue. I like this, and I also like Anita's tacky glue. That's just as good and a lot cheaper in the UK. You can't always get art glitter glue because it comes from abroad, and in the winter it doesn't travel, the temperatures or something. I know I had trouble with it when I first came here because obviously it had been in a heated house, although my craft room isn't heated. but then it was in my case, so it had gone in the hold of the plane for 5 hours while we were flying out here, and it went a bit gloopy. So there we have our pocket, and that's done right to the bottom. Now when I say a policy pocket has, let me see if I've got one. This is similar to a policy pocket, so we have these little ties here. So we have the little circles, and then you've got your pocket. That goes there, and all you do is it just goes round. Well, this one I did it to go round, and then tie at the bottom. That's more like a policy pocket. So this is one that I've made that I haven't finished yet, but this is just to go into a journal. I always bring a load of ephemera with me, and there is a video where I made this. The holes there I used a grommet. Today I'm going to use these little, I forgot what to call them, pin. Oh crikey, it'll come back to me. Anyway, I do not have any circles, not card circles. I used them all up. So a little bit of card here, and I don't have my circle punch with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lid off my, in fact I'm not going to use that. What I'm going to use is, I'm going to use some cereal box. So this is just a cereal box of cereal that we've had while we're here. I'm just going to take that. It won't fit in my trimmer. I keep forgetting that trimmer's smaller. So I'm just cutting the ends off because I use these for making covers for journals. But these bits get left. So what we're going to do is we're going to bits. I mean, I'm not that bothered. It's and what I need is a little spiky thing. And what I do is I usually guess the centre. That's not the centre, that's the centre. If you're going to poke holes in things, don't do it on your best dining table. Make sure you have a cotton mat underneath. And I'm going to do it on here as well. So there we are. And it's probably still not in the centre, but who's going to come and measure it? And there, that's your policy pockets now. That's nice, however, we do like them decorated. So I've got some bits of paper here that I've been painting on, but that's a bit... yeah, we'll use that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that on there. Yeah, you're going to cut round it again. Probably what you're best off doing is sticking your little bit of cardboard on the paper that you're going to cover it with, because you can use newspaper, anything. And I'm not sticking it down the shiny side, I'm having the shiny side up because the matte side sticks down better. If I stick anything down on the shiny side, I usually stick it down with Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac's just a little bit more stronger glue, but I tend to use that more for like shiny sides, materials, anything that needs sort of like really strong glue, although the glitter glue is quite strong. And we're just cutting around this. And if it's a bit wonky, it's fine, just ink around the edges. If you haven't got ink, you can use paint, crayons, anything. There we are. So I'm just going to put that through there again. And I'm going to ink around the edges when I find my ink. And I'm going to do it with ground espresso. So normally I would use vintage photo or walnut stain. However, I don't have that in a mini, so if you just want the edges, if you put your ink blender, you can use makeup brushes, makeup sponges, you can use, you know, the kitchen sponge. Just I've got a couple of them in my craft room and I use them for all sorts. You don't have to have one of these. Yeah, it is nice, and usually when you start crafting you see everything and you want everything. If you're on a budget, you still need to know what you can, other things you can use. Now, do I want, yeah, I think I'll have that one down there. That's the middle of the flower. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that through there. It's just about gone through my nail. So that's that one. And I'm just holding that one there. And watch your fingers. So I'm going to put this one in, and I am using the bronze. And what I'm doing is, because the page is paper, I can maybe, I'm just putting my fingers in and opening it up. And now at home, in fact, what I'll do is I'll put a bit of tape. I'll just put a bit of tape over that, and it just helps. You know, you don't, when you put things in, it doesn't get stuck on the legs. So let me get that in there. And I'm just make sure that's in there like that. So that's perfect. That's my tape down. And another bronze one here. And we'll put that through there. And that there, and there again. Now at this point, if you're going to put any paper to cover the underneath of your flap, I'm not bothered because it's coffee dyed paper. You can just cover it now. But I tend to leave my coffee dyed paper as it is. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting that over there, and I'm just going to put it flat, because obviously you're trying to put the tape over this bobbly bit here, and there it stays better. And then what we want is we want some string. Now I've got some garden twine. I've got some here. And it does need separating because it is a bit too thick. Sorry, that's my phone. It does need separating, so I will be back when this is separated, so I will see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back. So I've just got a little piece and it's a lot thinner now. So what I do is I just put it on the top one and tie it in a knot. Tie it again. You can use anything. I mean, you can use, and then I cut that little piece off. You can use embroidery floss. You can get baker's twine. And then all I do is I just tie that round like that. That's probably a little bit too long, but I'll cut that bit off and leave that to dangle. And then usually what I do is I just ink around the whole page. And there we have another page, just done out of bits and pieces. So we'll put that there, and that goes there. And there we have, so we've got that. What I'll do is I'll get I'll put some paper on that, some graph paper probably, just a little piece, and do some collage so that you've got some journaling space. Obviously these little things you can put journaling in. So what we need now is a tag to go in this, and these are some tags that are made out of book pages. I'm just going to thread some twine through this as well. Should have used a longer bit, would have been a lot easier. That's come out. A little grommet's come out. And then what we do is put that in there. And close that up. And there we are. There we have it. So that's 2 pages we've got in the journal. And we'll come back and we'll work on this. So you can see how things sort of like start to bulk up. That's why they say if you have an inch on your spine for each signature that you put in. This one, what I might do is I might do some inking. Right, what inks have I got with me and what do I want on it? So I've got some abundant coral, some fossilized amber, cracked pistachio, twisted citron. I've got quite a few actually. These are the distress inks that I use, so we're obviously going to put this in, and I think what we'll do is we'll put this one on a blue page. So what we might do is make it more blues and greens. So all I do is I just put that on there. We'll have a bit of, that was cracked pistachio. I'll put some Mermaid Lagoon. This one's the Twisted Citron, so this is a brighter. And this is Blueprint Sketch, so this is a deeper blue. And then what I usually do is I've got a spray here, just water. And then where is my, oh, still on the page. And then all I do is I just we'll let that dry. A bit of a dark blue around the edge, a bit more. And this is how I do the tags. Do a bit here. Just mop this up, I think. Okay, so we'll leave that to dry and we'll come back and we'll do this page, and I'll have decided what to do on the music page. So we'll finish this one off because it does take a wee while. Normally I would dry it with a heat gun, but obviously I don't have my heat gun with me. There's only so much I can bring to Cyprus. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.